Now here's an interesting stock for you. Rivian, the automotive manufacturer. Now they're in a sort of niche in the electric vehicle sector. They're into trucks, pickups, commercial delivery vans, so they're a bit away from the regular car manufacturers. They had an order for 100,000 of their units from Amazon for delivery over the next few years, so there's great potential there. But if you looked at that stock price, it's been shocking really since they IPO'd last year. It's been a one-way street. So there's your dilemma. Is it to buy or not to buy? Earnings coming up in just a few weeks, so a crucial period of price activity leading into that. And in today's chart today, I'm going to look at the technical analysis chart, see where it might be heading next. I'm also going to throw in some potential options trading strategy ideas for you to play around with, and some outright price ideas in there as well. So with all of that, let's get on with the analysis. From the weekly chart, you can see it's not been a great start to Rivian's stock price life. They came in at those highs on IPO day, which was November of last year, and since then the price has just been tumbling down nearly 60%, breaking new lows, and really all the volume as well at the moment is all around these sort of numbers. Now earnings are coming up March 10th, so a important time leading up to that and just over that to see where that price action will be heading next. But at the moment it's not looking a great chart. So for all you call the turn traders out there, we've got our 4-line break chart, and if you are bullish of Rivian, then the sort of next decent upside entry is around 69.75, so something to look out for you there. So I'm afraid the daily Heikin-Ashi chart not looking very positive. Both the signals at the bottom bearish, volatility quiet compared to its sort of longer term moving average, but starting to pick up in volume, negative but not doing a lot at the moment. You go heading on to price, 2 standard deviation regression band there, that's the light pink, light blue shaded areas. You can see the price trading very nicely between it over its life, but it's hit the top, and if you were a guessing person, then you'd probably say that's a reversal point and more downside to come there. I've used a $2 block size for the Renko chart. It's the same story really. Everything's pretty bearish, signals all bearish. And onto the price chart action, then we've got a sell signal outside that 2-line pink box break setup. And in terms of Fibonacci numbers, then we're approaching the lows again around that $52 area. Below that it's down to $19.20 sort of dollars. If, for example, the earnings season can be positive and it's received well by the community, then the upside, well, 61.8% at $98 and the 38.2% at $126. It is a reasonably volatile stock, so it can move quite a bit, and it's not out of question a good rebound either. That's the dilemma, the trickiness of this stock. It really could move either way at the moment. Based purely on the technicals then, Rivian is a firm bearish negative trade at the moment. Now in the top right, if you are bullish and you're calling that turn, there's some numbers for you to get in at. Heikin-Ashi, Renko both bearish. Targets, some good upside potential there if it could turn things around. 2.36, 4.29 to 1. Downside still reasonable, 1.67 and 2.67 to 1. But overall, bearish score at the moment. What about some trade ideas then? If we got access to CFDs and spread bets, then I found Rivian Automotive on one of the brokers I use, which is Trade Nation. What I love about this is it's going to give you leverage, tax-free advantages, and you can go long and short, and you haven't got those borrowing hassles in when you use CFDs and spread bet to go short. So nice tight spreads, it's a rolling bet, so no expiry on it. Nice one to use. So what about some options? So in my first trade stock options account, it's very suitable for US citizens. It does have international account access as well, so it's not just a closed shop. If you want to get in directly into the stock, well, you could always trade that through here, but options, great tool for leverage and constructing specific scenarios around a point of view. Now, first trade, I've got this nice nifty little tool called Options Play, which is like a scenario builder simulator in the options world, and I just typed in Rivian and that I was bullish, and it came up with 3 ideas for me. The first one there, you can see they're all on the right hand side. The first one on the left of those 3, it was the straddle strategy, so good for earning season. The expiry date on that's April 14th, so it's got a bit of time to run past the date, which is always good. And if you're expecting price volatility and it to move around a lot, but you're not sure which direction, then this could be the strategy for you. It's got good potential upside in either way. Don't worry about the costs and profits in there. That's just around hypothetical numbers I put in, but the return there, about 104% if it can move up to say $100, which it was at the start of the year. Then we've got a call, obviously, and again another nice possible return if that price can get on upwards, and I'd say the earnings season maybe gives it that impetus. And then finally a more controlled strategy here, more played out for scenario, and you can always see, which I like about this tool, here's the breakdown of what it comes up with. So it says a bullish strategy, limited risk, so worst you can lose in this example is $780, but the potential upside $1,700, so it's a good risk reward trade, but like I say, in a controlled risk situation. So some good ideas there in the world of options. And on the flip side, what if I was bearish? Again, I'd just let the Options Play tool know that I was bearish, and the 3 strategies there: sell 100 shares. It's got some potential downside there. It goes down to, well, we looked on the chart, it could possibly go to $20, but here we got a $33 downside, and it does produce a nice return, 41%. Then we've got buying a put, quite a low cost, good return, 128%. That's the 60 strike, April expiry. And then finally we got a vertical put spread, which, like I say, is more controlled risk. Your downside better, but again, probably the best return out the 3 of them compared to what you've laid out, 148%. So there's some potential trade ideas for you around Rivian and the next few weeks. So if you were trading purely off the technicals, then you would not be going long at the moment. You'd at least have to see some positive shoots around indicators, trends, breaks, that sort of thing, to give you the confidence to go back into the trade. But fundamentally, it's a potentially great stock, and it does get you scratching your head. Do you take the risk and go in? Well, I'm going to leave that up to you. You've got some ideas now. Let me know in those comments below where you think the price is going to go next. And if you liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons. And if you're interested in the EV sector, then I put out a video of my 9 stocks for 2022. Now, Rivian didn't make it because of those technical charts and its current situation there. Fundamentally, it might have done, but didn't quite make the list. But if you want to see what did make the list, then you might want to check out this video.